Hey there, besties. Thank you for stopping by. I am MICHONDENYSE. Let's talk about Eddie Murphy and Mel B. Haven't had a chance to get to it, so let's go ahead and get into it because as we know, Mel B's from the Spice Girls, Eddie is from Everything, and they had a kid together, and initially Eddie said, "It ain't my kid," okay? So Eddie has been ordered to pay $35,000 a month in child support to Melanie B. Eddie Murphy has reportedly been ordered to pay former partner Mel B $35,000 a month in child support. The former Spice Girl, known as Mel B, filed papers asking for additional financial support for their daughter, Angel Brown. Since their paternity dispute was settled in 2009, Murphy has been paying Mel B $25,000 a month, but the amount was increased in light of Mel B's claims of financial hardship. So let's stop there for a second. Is that how this works? So we've been listening to, what is his name? Marquise Sent, whatever 50's child's name is, Jackson, I guess. Say $6,700 a month wasn't enough. $80,000 a year was enough for me and my mom, blah, 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 blah. And people are trying to let him know that your mom is supposed to bring something to the table. I know y'all don't like that, but your mom's supposed to bring something to the table. She's supposed to be doing something too. You know, there's a whole other parent here. Why does that get tossed out of the window when the woman is having financial hardship, as this one says here about Mel B? So no wonder men have an issue with child support. And I still don't understand how this is even going on to this day, since men supposedly rule the world, but y'all still getting screwed as far as child support is concerned. This whole statement right here just grates on my last nerve. Mel B is having financial hardship, then Mel B better get out there and do what the hell she got to do. But the first thing that she want to do is go say, nah, I'm going to go to court and say, you got to give me more money. Why does Eddie Murphy over here living his life with his wife, I believe they're married, and their young kids, and the rest of Eddie Murphy's brood, while Eddie Murphy does have a lot of kids, he definitely has taken care of them. He was married to whatever her name is with the beautiful eyes, can't think of her name. And they had like 5 kids together. And then he went on to have a couple other kids. And now he just married this last white lady, I believe. And I think they got a couple kids. Eddie Murphy got money for days. He's set for life. And so is the rest of his family. That's why he quiet, being quiet, staying quiet. He ain't making no movies, ain't doing no more comedy shows. He said, F all y'all, I'll take all the residuals. But why is it that because Mel B is having financial hardship that Eddie Murphy now has to pay more? And if I was his wife, I would be having a problem with that. Not because even that he's going to miss the money. That's not even the point. What is her responsibility? Why is it the first thing that has to be done when some woman is having some financial issues that you got to go make a man that happens to be the father of your kid pay? Why isn't the first thing to say, I'm having some financial difficulties. Can you take her while I get myself together? Why is that not ever an option or a solution? Why is that not the first thing that the woman comes up with? It's always give me more. This entitlement, it's not going to change as long as you gentlemen keep allowing it to be this way. This doesn't make sense to me. Like, do you really think that Eddie Murphy would have a problem with having his kid come live with him? I'm sure he lives long. He out in Hollywood doing the damn thing. So their paternity dispute was settled in 2009. We are now in 22. So what is that? 13 years, y'all? 13 years. Everything is all good. And now I guess what? She not on that show, the American Idol show or whatever anymore. She can't get no more money. She can't find nothing to do. Shout out to Mr. Palmer. Walmart is always hiring. And while I understand that Mel B is not going to go work in Walmart, you telling me that there's nothing that she could do? You telling me that with all the Spice Girls money and all the American Idol-ish show money that she don't have enough saved, invested in order for now for her when times do get rough that she can live on it? She's had more opportunity in the world than any of us will ever see. I have no empathy or sympathy for her at all. The child is 15. She old enough where she could understand and she could go. Not saying that she should leave her mother because obviously that's who she's been with. She's a female. But I just think it's very tacky, and it needs to stop, that women can't get their lives, their financial lives together. And so they just go to their baby's fathers and tell them that I need more money. And it seems like Eddie just did it. Good on him. But will he get any credit for that? Will Eddie Murphy get any credit for always taking care of all his kids? And even though sloppy ass Mel B now needs some money.
For some money to go. If they prepare, give us some relocators, then I would move tonight.
That he just went ahead, because he probably could have fought it back. He probably could have. But he at an age where I ain't got time for this foolishness. And the kid is only going to have, 3 more years, and then he don't have to deal with it no more. According to the Daily Record UK, the payments are to be made retroactively. Are you freaking kidding me? Which began from October 2021 up until Angel turns 18. The father of 10 also agreed to cover Brown's attorney fees, which were $10,000. Eddie Murphy is a good one. I'm going to give Eddie Murphy his props, okay? I really, really will give Eddie Murphy his props. You really don't hear from him at all. Eddie Murphy is just sitting at home doing whatever the hell it is he has to do to enjoy his years after working so hard. He just said, okay, I'll give it to you and I'll agree to pay the daggone money. And then it's retro. I guess maybe that's when she filed the paperwork, though. So that would make sense. At first, Murphy had a distant relationship with Angel, claiming that Mel B tricked him into getting her pregnant. Now, listen, I don't go for that. I don't go for that now, Eddie. You know what it is when you're having sex with someone. All right, stop it. However, he had a change of heart in 2017. In her memoir, Brutally Honest, Mel B shares how it was Murphy's mother, Lillian Lynch, that helped Angel reunite with her dad in May 2017. The two now have a close relationship with each other. An inside source reported to People magazine that they all have a very good relationship, the insider reveals. He always makes sure to get them involved with Angel. She had something at her school recently, and a number of siblings turned out to support her. She texts Eddie and is on the phone with him all the time. She loves her dad. Well, that's good. I'm glad that they're able to have a relationship. Shout out to Eddie Murphy's mother. It says no child needs $35,000 a month in child support. Can we start limiting the powers of these ridiculous courts? Child support shouldn't exceed more than like $2,000 a month. I'm sorry. So I don't believe that, Esther, because the amounts of money that the celebrities make is different than the amounts of money that the rest of us make. What I don't agree with is the fact that because Mel B can't find a job, that it's Eddie Murphy's responsibility to pay more money, because that definitely sounds like the money is going towards Mel B and not the kid. That's all I'm saying. Learn how to budget. Learn how to cut back on your expenses. Learn how to have a yard sale. Learn how to find another job. Learn how to make some investments. No, it's straight go to the child support court, and this is a problem. One day these outdated laws will change, as it's not important enough for politicians to care yet. Yeah, until you men start saying, no, we ain't doing this no more. Like, none of this makes sense to me, y'all. I'm sorry, it doesn't. And how y'all are still dealing with this is crazy to me. This is ridiculous. I'm certainly thinking at this point that Eddie Murphy is like, I only got 3 more years and then I ain't got to deal with her. So Mel B, what you going to do as far as the next 3 years are concerned? So you could just going to ask Eddie to pay you more child support thereafter? Because he could just send her to college and you could just be right out of the picture. She'll find a way. She got 2 other kids, if I'm not mistaken. So are you going back to those people to get money? And I think it looks horrible for her to say this out loud. No shame. And nobody wants to say anything about this. Nobody's out here talking about it. Nobody out here is talking about Mel B. You having financial hardships, get your shit together. This is another able-bodied woman. You went and had this baby. You got 2 others. You get a job. You do more work. You do what you got to do in order to take care of your families. Cut back, move, downsize. Those things never seem to come into anyone's mind. It's just go back for more child support because I'm having trouble, which is the epitome of what so many people are saying. Women be using child support for themselves and not necessarily for their kids. Not all the time, but enough of it. And that BS has to stop. But shout out to Eddie Murphy. I'm going to give him his props for not fighting and for going ahead and doing what he has to do so he can have his peace of mind. I salute you, sir, because ain't nobody else going to give you your daggone props. Because don't act like he probably could have had this tied up until that girl turned 18. Now, mind you, he still would have had to pay the back pay, whatever they decided. But at the same time, he would have still been paying $25,000 a month. Sorry, Mel B. If you can't survive off of $25,000 a month, you got a real problem. You have the problem, not Eddie Murphy. She got the right one, though. But that's it. That's all. If you made it this far, I do appreciate you. Please consider subscribing. I will see you all in the next one.